What's up guys, coming back at you with another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be making a long bow out of PVC, fiberglass rods or driveway markers, and some paracord. There's multiple ways about going about doing this. Use the dremel method, so if you have a dremel tool, you can do this. That's all you need is a dremel tool and something to cut the paracord with. So that's all you need. So we're going to get started today. Let's get into this.
Alright, gotta look around for these parts here. It's cold, deserted. Oh, look at that. Look what we found, guys. Look what we found. Look at this. See, highway markers. Exactly what I was talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is exactly what we needed. Perfect amount. Oh, look at that. Piece of 1-inch PVC, exactly what I was talking about. We might need another one just in case. Oh, would you look at that, guys? Just laying around. It's that easy.
All right, so once you guys have found all your materials, you're gonna want. I did not get this stuff from Menards. Totally found this stuff just laying around. So we're gonna walk you through the steps right now. Is you want to find some signature markings on the pipe that signify one side. So we've got this red writing here that runs all the way down to the other end and starts right here. So what you want to do is take a Sharpie and just mark a mark here, okay? You want to go down about, let's say, make it about 1 inch. So right about 1 inch is where you want to make your mark. Then what we want to do is go to the exact opposite side. So how I do it is put a little mark at the top of the pipe here, and flip it over and go on the exact opposite of that and start a mark there and go up down about 1 inch. But it's not the end of the world. So we got our 2 marks there. Flip her over. You want to do the same thing on the other side. The exact opposite there. Okay, so now these are how we're gonna do. We're gonna use the Dremel tool to make a channel that goes straight down into the pipe. This is the easiest way to make a simple bow. So the bit we're gonna be using is not this one. So we're gonna use the bit like this. It's almost like a bit you'd find on a mill. Oh, good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it, start it up. We're gonna come at an angle up here. And you're gonna wanna make a channel just like that, big enough to fit your arrow, your string in. Take a test piece and just test fit. See how it fits in there real nice? Just like that, perfect. Then you're gonna flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. So you want to do it till you have the same channels on both sides, just like this. They should be fairly even. Then flip your pipe around. So I have this test size string that I use, so I put it down in one of the ends. If you made a string this big, it's not going to be short enough. It's not going to bend the bow. So we want to go about 4 inches down from where this notch is. So we want the top of this to be 4 inches down. This was way too long, right? So my estimate is we're going to have to cut it about where the notch is. That way when we make our circle, which will be about here, be about 4 inches below. Here's your bow. You're going to put one string on the outside, one leg forward like this. And then all it is use your hips to bend it and loop that hoop around. Now you honestly want it a little bit shorter than this because this is not tight enough around the bow. See how short it is? You don't want that much to be, you don't want it to be that short. So what we're going to do is we're going to de-string it and we're going to try to strengthen them. Once you have your notches drilled in, just like that, and like that, and you have your paracord measured and stretched out and tied off, you're going to want to take your paracord off. You're going to want to grab 4 fiberglass rods. You're going to want to grab 5 fiberglass rods and some duct tape. Also, you might need a short one. What you want to do is take your driving lines, right? We're going to kind of stagger them. So these have pointed ends, so we're going to start out with one facing that direction. We're going to stagger it about 2 inches down, about 3 inches down from the first one. So you want to take your second one and you want to go stagger it down 3 inches from the first one. Same thing with your next one. So once you've done that, you want to take your PVC with the middle marked out and you're going to lay it down right next to it. Then we're going to take the tip of this fiberglass rod, of your first fiberglass rod, you want to line it up with that first notch at the very bottom of your first notch. You're going to line that up. Then you're going to come down here and you're going to mark your middle on your fiberglass rods. So we want to mark your middles right there, and I'm going to put a mark here just to make sure I can specify them. 2 more driving markers facing the other way. So 3 inches down from the first one, which is right there, which is perfect. We're going to mark our centers. So now with them all lined up, it should look like a little something like this. Yeah, staggered, 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 staggered. So it should look just like this. Now your orientation of the fiberglass rods are going to change. So you're going to take your first 2 long ones that are to the point-to-point spots, and we're going to put those together like this. So it should look something like this. Then you're going to take your 2 other short ones. We're going to put one on this side like this, so we have something like that. You're going to take your other one and put it on the opposite side right there. So now we should have something like this. So it should be exactly the same on this side and on this side. Now your last final existing rod is going to be a center rod. So we're just going to try to line it up in the middle of this. Then we're going to grab them and just kind of bring the outsides into the middle, just like this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to duct tape them all together, right in the middle. Nice and tight too. We want to make it real nice and tight. So we're just going to go around one time, cut it off like that, tighten it, move on down to the end here. Want to make it as tight as you can, just like that. On the other side, and do the same thing. Perfect. So now you should have something just like this. So you want to take one end of your bow and your fiberglass rods. Now we're going to test fit. We're going to see how thick it needs to be nice and tight inside. So see how it lays in here freely? We want to make it a little bit tighter than that. So we're going to wrap a couple more layers of duct tape around it. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 more wraps. We'll go 1, 2, cut, 1, 2. Add it in like we've done before. And now we have some resistance. Just enough, but we can still, just enough resistance where we can still push it in by hand. When we get down to this one, just enough, perfect amount. So we can just push it in by hand because you don't want to have to mallet it in. or else it'll mess up your alignment with your fiberglass rods. So we're just gonna keep pushing in, keep pushing in. Bring it down to the tip just like before. And now check the bottom side. Perfect. Now we're done. One end of string on one of the notches. This leg, just like this. You're gonna take the other side and you're just gonna use your body to bend it and latch it around. So you should have something like this. It's just enough so it won't hit your hand on the back drum. Just like that. We're gonna see this string is totally gonna whack me in the arm. So we're gonna go ahead and do it without a shelf just to get a test in. And we're gonna go ahead and try it out. Here we go, guys. Okay, so that was about half draw because I knew it was gonna hit my hand. It totally whacked my hand. So we're gonna do some adjustments on the paracord string. All right, guys, so I think I've got it. I finally messed around with it. I got a pretty good gap in it. We're gonna give it a try. There's a myth going around that paracord's not good to use for this because it stretches, and I have to probably agree. I've made some lighter ones, which I'll make a video on that too for just really young kids and target practice. And it never stretches because it's not strong enough to stretch it. This bow is definitely strong enough to stretch it. This is my 45-pound recurve, and this is stronger than that. And it is completely stretching the paracord. And I melted the ends so that it wouldn't stretch anymore, the loops. And it is the actual string stretching. So I measured it, the gap before and after, and it has slowly gotten looser, the string. And so I think this is gonna whack my hand. So I've got my arrow sheath on where it hit. We're gonna try one more shot for you guys, but this is the initial shot that I did with half draw. And it went into the styrofoam that far, which is 7 3/4 of an inch. Okay. So we hit the board here. We go further though. So if you can master this string here, find a better solution for a string, not paracord. This stuff is just stretching. It's gotten even closer to the center now. It's on my hand now. So yeah, paracord's a no-go, guys. So even though that wasn't a viable test, I'm not gonna try to hide my flaws, guys. That's one thing you guys want to know. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. If an idea doesn't work out, I'm still gonna show you guys and come up with a better solution for you. So paracord is a freaking no-go. I tried multiple strings, trying different lengths, and even I even made one that was about this short. It was almost impossible to string, and it still stretched and stretched and stretched. And it's just not a viable way to use a bowstring on a high-powered bow. So guys, no go on that. I'll take a few test shots with an actual bow. We're gonna see the damage difference. This will be a strong bow. Okay, so clearly, even though this is a 45-pound bow, it still does more damage. And I can comfortably draw this back with no problems. Okay, I drilled the miter box blade right where I was aiming. That's completely accurate. And we went through my wall. Really far into my wall. So yeah, I don't recommend this. It made a clean hole through my wall. So yeah, if you guys want to spend extra money, that bow probably cost me 75 bucks. Go online and buy it. The Jaguar takedown, about 45 pounds. They make heavier, stronger ones. But this is an awesome target bow and can do some lethal damage, as I just provided proof of. That's it for today, guys. If you guys want to see a video on the lighter training bows, go ahead and hit a like, leave a comment, and I will make a video on that so that you can actually use a bow, you know, maybe a big idea. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you later. I always like to leave on a high note.